Welcome back to the channel. All right, so I'm going to do a little something different here. I'm launching a new project, which will eventually be a passive income stream. And what I thought I'd do is I'd take you along the journey with me so you can watch over the shoulder as I create this passive income stream. Since this channel is all about passive income for creatives, I thought you might enjoy that. I'm building this passive income stream from scratch. There'll be no fancy theories, no fluff, just real action and real results. Now, normally for channels about passive income, they usually tell you about how great that income stream is, how many tens of thousands of dollars they are making from that income stream, but they usually keep hidden and keep quiet on what their specific income stream is. They usually just tell you, in theory, you can make money this way. In theory, you can make money with print on demand, but I'm not going to show you my print on demand store. In theory, you can make money with Amazon KDP, but I'm not going to tell you what books I've created. We're not going to do that here. Like I said, I'm starting from scratch, and you're going to see exactly what type of passive income stream I'm building, and you're going to get to watch over my shoulder as I do it. We'll go through the ups and downs and what I'm doing day to day until we get to the end result, and we're going to find out together on this journey how it goes. So for me, this passive income stream is going to be a marketplace for crafters and makers to sell their gently used and unused supplies. Think of it kind of like a teachers pay teachers, but for crafters and makers. But if you've ever thought about turning your creativity and your skills, or even just an idea, into passive income, you can follow along and apply the same steps to your own journey. And here's the best part. I'm doing this as someone over 40. A lot of people think that content creation, online business, or passive income in general is only for the young folks. But let me tell you, that's not the case at all. And actually, this is the best time to start. And I'm going to prove it. So if you ever wanted to create something that makes money for you while you sleep, or just love the idea of getting paid for your creativity, then stick with me and we'll build something together. So enough of the yip yapping. Let's get started. So again, I'm starting a marketplace, but you can start a directory. You can start a printables business. Maybe you want to create SVGs. Maybe you're an embroiderer and want to digitize for other people. Maybe you have a new laser or a 3D printer machine. And maybe you just want to make in your garage, but you don't want to be stressed and having to sell the items day in and day out to earn a nice living. Well, turning those designs into digital files that you can sell is a form of passive income. Now, before we get started, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Yes, I am using the term passive income, but it is going to take work up front. Passive income isn't really passive until you've got the wheel going. You've got to get some momentum going before it actually becomes passive. So don't come for me in the comments saying this is not really passive. We know in the beginning it's not really passive, but it will be once we get it going. Okay? We can agree on that. All right. Now, the reason I mentioned that I'm doing this as a creative over 40 is because a lot of us are in our second season of life. Things may have changed for us. We may have had to pivot. And as you get older, you know in life there will be times that you have to pivot. But I want to encourage you not to be afraid to start something new. We tend to get set in our ways. And I think it's because that when we're growing up in the school system, we're taught not to make mistakes. We want to strive for A's. We want to get it right. We want to get it perfect. And we definitely don't want to make mistakes in front of other people. We don't want to make a mistake publicly. And that holds us back. That keeps us from trying new things, experimenting, and dare I say the F word, failing. But you know what? Failing is okay as long as you learn from it. And what I'm going to say is as long as you fail forward. I don't know how this project is going to end up, but I don't want to be afraid to try. And I don't want you to either. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me. I'll show you day by day, probably every few days or so, what I'm doing and what I'm working on to move the business forward, to get the marketplace established. I have started it already, meaning it's not launched yet, but I have built the framework of the website. I'm going to be using ShareTribe to build my marketplace. This is not a plug for them. I'm just getting started using it myself, so I can't necessarily advocate for them being the best. But when I was examining the different marketplaces that I could use to create the marketplace, ShareTribe made the most sense to me because I don't want to spend all my time on the techie stuff. I just want to get going. And this seemed like the best way for me to get my idea out of my head and into the market as soon as possible. So what I've done so far is I've built the shell of the website. It's still in the test mode. And what I'm doing now is taking pictures of some listings because I am my own test case. I am my own target audience. I am one of those crafters that has way too many supplies in their closets, in their garage, in every nook and cranny of the house, and it's become ridiculous. And I have a group in my craft community, and we all say the same thing. We have these ideas and we have these projects that we want to work on. We buy all the supplies to get to work on that project. We get into it and decide, I don't really like this as much. Or we actually never even get to that project in the first place. And the supplies accumulate. And the reason I came up with this idea was because you don't necessarily want to donate your items to the Goodwill. I mean, you could donate it to a thrift shop or Bentley, hush. I mean, you could donate it to the thrift store or the local Goodwill or whatever, but the likelihood of the average Goodwill visitor knowing what a sublimation blank is and picking it up and finding value and usefulness out of it is kind of slim. And you don't want it to go to someone who doesn't really value it or appreciate it. And you know another crafter or maker would really value and appreciate it. So it kind of makes sense, kind of like along the lines of teachers pay teachers. They understand the value of the documents and the digital files and the things that they're creating for their classrooms. And likewise, crafters and makers understand the value of the supplies that they have. And sometimes they've just moved on to another craft. So it would be great to recycle those materials within the community, so to speak. And also kind of recoup some of your funds that you've spent because we know crafting is an expensive hobby. So to be able to get some of that money back and keep on crafting would be a good thing, a great way to recycle your dollars. So I'm really excited about this project. I'm excited on its potential and where it could go. And I just actually got this idea. I don't know why it didn't occur to me before today, but it just occurred to me today to take you guys along the journey with me. Instead of doing it in secret, why don't I, do it publicly here on YouTube and just share what I'm doing with you? Well, one, I wanted to encourage you to try and do a project of your own. And then also to get your feedback and your comments, and we can learn from each other as you watch over my shoulder. So like I said, I've got the shell of the website done, and now it's time to put up those initial listings. So I'm going to use my own supplies that I like to sell to seed the first few listings on the site. And then I will invite other crafters and makers to come and list their items as well and take it from there. So today I took my first few sets of pictures. I have a lot of pictures to do, so I really just only took a few today, and I'm going to do those first few listings, and I'll do more tomorrow. So in the next video, I'll take you over my shoulder as I do my first few listings on the marketplace and show you how I do that. So if you're curious about how to actually start something like this, hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected. And make sure to follow along. Until next time, bye-bye.